It's the only fan-owned franchise here in the NFL. And tens of thousands of those fans have their cheese heads on, and it filled the stands of historic Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, we see who's better in the NFC between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Green Bay Packers. Jake Bates now ready to get this one started. And away we go from Wisconsin. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. The Packers take their first time out. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. Ryan begins with a run by Irving. And he takes it ahead for a 4-yard pickup there to begin our game.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
Gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Once again, Irving. And before he can reach the first, he's stopped. But this is close. Ball up to the 45-yard line.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Third and short, Mayfield. Complete beyond the marker. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he set out. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Irving on the counter. He's got a gain of 6 there. Devontae Wyatt finishing that play off.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Baker now off the play fake. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Off the play fake. Here's Mayfield. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And they get 3 on their first series. Hope to build on that in the drives ahead.
I'm going to call that one a little tester, Kate. Kind of like a 5 to 8 foot putt. You really hope to make all of them, but you know, over the course of the season, you won't. In that case, it went right through.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Jaden Reed to return this. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. He saw just a couple of yards on that carry, and that brings up 2nd down.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
26-yard line.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Down. Right. Field. Left.
Love now off the play action. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. His first throw is an interception. That's Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. What a call for their first pass of the game. It would have been a big hitter if they completed it, Brock, but just not the right touch on that football, and it ends with an interception.
You could just tell these cover guys, they've been waiting for their first chance to go get some work done in this one. They did their homework, number 1. And number 2, Kate, as Russell Wilson loves to say, the separation was in the preparation.
We give to Irving to start this drive. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Play action. Here's Mayfield. Buying some time right. It's a big strike downfield to Anguka. He's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
Don't you feel sometimes, Kate, up here in the booth when we get to see things develop? We're playing the same guessing game that defenses are on those kind of plays. Is he planning on keeping it or just waiting for a throw to develop and get open? That time the QB did a terrific job of finding that outlet.
He's got it in the red zone. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that will be a Tampa Bay 1st down.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
180. What's that?
1st down, and they go right back to it. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Going to be 2nd down.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. It just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late. And this could have been much, much more exciting.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Regular.
Baker now from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I can promise you that is a throw, and it's a quarterback when it leaves your hands, you do not want to flirt with as this game goes on. That is a prime one that DB can cut off and take the other way.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Third and long for him here. This one's caught. He's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a 1st and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal.
Hey, alert! 180! What?
Irving finds the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. On is Chase McLaughlin for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Buccaneers go up 10-zip here in the first. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. He fields it from the 8. He stopped on the run back of the 27.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10.
Ready, ready.
Jacobs gets it to start the drive. Small gain there, maybe 3 if he's lucky to begin this drive. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
30-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
22 needle. Drill, 52. Needle, blip, striker. 3, 3, 6.
Love out of the shotgun. Completed over the middle. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. Offense up to the line fast.
Watch out now. 52.
Packers first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
43 rail. Hut.
Running on first here with Jacobs. They'll bring him down to put an end to this opening quarter. We've reached the end of the first quarter. It's a 10-0 ball game. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They're looking at yet another first and 10 on this drive.
Red, cycle. 5, 97. Hut, hut.
Love looking to pass. This is a heater going deep. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. That's Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers take over as he records his 10th career INT. Well, that should pretty much shut down throwing his way anymore, Brock. This guy has ended each of their last 2 drives by himself with an interception.
And that's kind of the price you pay when you're playing phenomenal ball as a defender. I can remember Aaron Rodgers, primetime game, said, I'm not even throwing once, and didn't attack Richard Sherman one time that game.
They give to Irving, left side. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
These runs, you get maybe a couple of them a game, right, Kate? He breaks that one, and we see him start the foot race. I think we were all rooting for the touchdown just a little bit. That's the type of effort that deserves to finish it in the end zone.
One play in, and they are already close to midfield. They send a man in motion.
180. What's up?
Going to the ground again on first. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Packers side of the field. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have second and 4.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets them just as many yards as a short completion would have.
After a good pickup, they've got second and 4. Slot man motioned over. This is Irving on second. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
A gain of a yard brings up third and 3.
Quickly looking left, and it's complete. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
That's how you draw it up defensively. That's exactly what you want the coverage to do. Force that quarterback to throw it short and get off the field.
The only move this offense is making is toward the line, Brock. They're going for it, 4th and 3. Mayfield to throw for it. Buying some time left. It's complete. This is Nguka. And they're going to get just inside that red zone on the big play down to the 19. That's a 26-yard gain on 4th down, partner. Talk about a huge play there to extend this drive. Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. On the give, this is Irving. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Good. 180. Hey, alert 33. King.
Here's Baker to throw. Hits him on the out route. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
This is going to be play number 8 of this drive as they set up for 3rd and 5.
Good. 180. Hey, alert.
Mayfield now from the gun. Brought in. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal. So that's going to take us, Brock, to our 2-minute warning of this 1st half. More from Lambeau after this. Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. Here's the give to Irving. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and goal from the 6.
Good. 20. Alert!
Here's another for it. And this defense standing tall. They keep him out of the end zone. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's it, 2nd. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you've kind of set yourself up. Actually, you've set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
Good. 180. Hurry.
Man in motion here.
What's up?
Mayfield now on 3rd and goal. And he cannot bring it in. They've now arrived at 4th and goal.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away, and lead teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win. Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field. That's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. His return starts at the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready, play.
Packers getting set here. First and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Black 40. Hey, green. Ready, ready.
And off to Jacobs to start the drive. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. That play good for 17 on a first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Red, cycle. Yellow, go, go red. Ready?
On first and 10, here's Love. Escapes the pocket. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
Kate, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
So it's second and 10 now, ball still at that 39-yard line.
Ready?
Shotgun give now to Jacobs. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still third down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
38-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up third and 1.
You, yellow. Check, smash. Set.
Looking to throw on third and 1. And that's incomplete with 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps. Jaden Reed, the intended target. And now they're left with 4th and short.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Ready, set.
Going for it on their own side, Brock. Okay, bold call, but they only need a yard.
Set. Hut, hut.
They'll run for it. Jacobs. A solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
The beauty of that execution, Kate, is he didn't even know he was going to get the ball there on 4th down in that RPO. So extra credit for the focus and even more so for the conversion.
So from a mile away, they'll send out the field goal unit to take a shot at this one. Just 2 seconds left in the half as we get a timeout. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. Timeout taken by the Packers, their third and final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains in this half.
Ready up.
One last play before the break.
10. Here we go. 45. Right. Shot. 17. Set.
Final throw before the break. This final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. On the return, here comes Reed. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
Reed on the return. The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
All right, right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10.
Down. Yellow, 43. Striker, 3-3. Set.
3rd quarter starts with a run from Jacobs. He manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to keep them from piling on those yards.
And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a 1st down, that's a bonus.
Green. Set, ready. Red, 38. Ready.
Going back to Jacobs on 1st down. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
I just love that so much, Kate. Yeah, they trailed at the break, but that doesn't deter you from running the ball. And results like that will more than likely have them lean into the run game.
And we'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Tackle made by Kalijah Cansey.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a groove, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
Ready. Hut.
Quick throw out wide by Love. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line.
Hurry.
Looking quickly here.
22 middle. 52 blaster. Close check.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. And a power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hut. White, yellow, 22. Hut.
Love from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And they stop him. He's marked down on that 18-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
That's good for the Packers. 1st down.
From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. Offensive line fast.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ready.
That's completed out to the right. And he'll go down here at the 16. Dose of the hurry up here.
A 1-yard pickup. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Set. Hut.
Throwing his Love on 3rd. Bucks isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the 1st sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting? What a season this guy's having. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
That lead trimmed just a bit. Down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Irving. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
180! Hey, alert!
They take the hand off. Now it's Mayfield. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, the defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating third and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
Defense looking to defend the marker on third down.
Good. Run. 180. Point it right. What's that?
Here he goes, third and long. That's complete downfield to Godwin. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. How about that play, Brock? On third and 14, they find a way to convert.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go, first down.
Good. 180.
Running left, this is Irving. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
Good. Up left. Run it. Hurry. What's that?
He got him the first. Now Irving on first. Nice cut back to the right sideline. And it won't be a touchdown, Brock, but it sure was close. He winds up out of bounds just about a yard shy of the goal line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
Anytime you go over half the field in one play, totally changes the complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end the series with some type of points.
So they'll be set up with a first and goal when we come back. It's Buccaneers football with a slight lead. Just got to hang on for one final quarter. First and goal now as they try to pad this lead.
Good. 180. Good.
Trying to run with Irving. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Buccaneers can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flight. Returnable from the 2. And he gave it his best to get to the 25, just a step or two short of it. He's out along the 24-yard line.
24-yard line.
Green Bay offense to the line now. First and 10.
52, green, set, hut. 52, blue. Drill green. Black shot. Claws red. Hut.
Love now. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
From the 24 once again, it's second and 10.
Light blue. Let's go now. Smash, red, blaster, stick, black ultra. Check, smash. 52 blaster. Set, hut.
Back to the air. Love. Short pass brought in. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Cycle. Here we go. 10 black, fury, yellow, blue, stripe, steel, black. Striper, check striper. Hut, hut.
3rd and 1 now. Love. He's got it complete to Reed. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
And the Packers first down.
Love now on 1st and 10. Lasers this one deep down the middle. Oh, brother, it's another interception. That's Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers get it as he makes his 3rd interception of this game.
I'll hear a lot of defensive coordinators say you've got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. You know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did through 3 quarters, and this defense is cutting it loose.
On 1st down, they're going to run with Irving. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
180.
Baker now off the play fake. It's a big strike downfield to Anguka. And he's finally down to put a stop to this one, but a notable chunk of yardage broken off with that game.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. Motioning the tight end now. They'll run this with Irving. And they make the stop after giving up 6 yards. Good run on 1st. It's 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Right back to Irving now. And he's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. The Packers going nickel on 3rd. Mayfield now off the play action. Vacates quickly left side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers put up even more points in a win. Jalen McMillan with the touchdown. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they paid the price over and over and over again.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
McLaughlin has it on the team, and he's ready to send this flying. Has this at the 6. Making some progress here. And that'll put him up across the 35-yard line as they begin the series. A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10.
Black Ultra, set, ready, set.
Back to work after throwing the pick. It's cut right side by Watson. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Red, 38.
Shotgun now for Love. Going the out route complete. And he's going to be a yard shy of the first as they force him out after the gain of 9.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Ready.
Love out of the shotgun. Completed over the middle. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Injury stoppage here, Brock, and the player in question is Tucker Kraft. The athletic training staff headed out to take a look.
On the ready.
1st and 10 from the 32.
Set, hut. Hut, hut.
Stick it in the air. Love. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now they face 2nd down. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
The 2nd down throw here for Love. That's Reed on the slant. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. Offense in a hurry up here.
14 yards.
17.
That's another Packers first down.
Set, hut.
From the red zone now. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
Ready, ready. Drill. 52 blue. 22 needle. Blaster. 6. Set.
Once more, it's Love. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Green Bay. Packers hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Let's go now. Ready.
Throwing again. Love. Throws caught. And he's going to have enough for the 1st down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
And the Packers first down.
Black shot.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Ready, ready.
Loves to throw again. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers putting up points in a game decided. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position could be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
There's Love up to the line. 2-point attempts coming.
Watch out now. 50 Fury.
The Packers will set up for the
Blue,
2-point
32.
conversion.
Check smash. Slide blue. Needle blue.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And he makes the catch, so hope not entirely extinguished just yet. Still a little glimmer remaining as that makes it a 2-score game here late. With time ticking away, they prepare for a must-get onside kick. And the Buccaneers manage to recover the football. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. They're going to pass it here. Flushed out of the pocket. He can run it. It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the first.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
180. Alert, alert. What's up?
Irving on the inside give. Got him a good handful there as it brings up second down. The Packers take their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Well, half the hay is in the barn when you get 5 on first down. And now they're in such a good spot where you can attack those other 5 yards in any way you want.
180. Cut.
This is Irving on second. And the Buccaneers get that first down, and that should be enough to start the celebration and earn them this win.
It really is pretty simple. If you want to run against a 3-4 group right up the gut, number 1, got to control that nose tackle. Number 2, you got to get people to the second level. That was teaching tape.
Now, they don't need points anymore, Brock, but can they resist piling on? Let's see. It's first and goal.
180. What's up?
Once again, Irving. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Give him 4 on that play. So now they've got second and goal.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
So it's a win for the visiting Buccaneers. Well, Brock, I think it's safe to say that the top-ranked defense in the NFL